We are back to cool down your burning questions with another session of Curiosity, Knowledge, Zoom! I'm MC Yoonji Kang. Today, continuing from the previous session, the disciplined man of ATOMY, Royal Master Young-gyun Lee, and ATOMY's Aurora Queen, Crown Master Sung-shim Kim, will be joining us for the Q&A session. It's your second time now. How do you feel?
I feel a lot more comfortable in this second session.
And what about you, Young-gyun Lee?
I feel the same way. I think I am less nervous. I think I'll do better this time.
You were great last time as well. Curiosity, knowledge, Zoom! First question. When trying to turn a consumer into a businessman, he would hesitate by giving various reasons, and eventually the whole thing would fizzle out, which is disappointing. Should I do whatever it takes to make him participate in the seminar, or should I wait? That was the question.
When you talk about a seminar, the person might feel pressured, but ATOMY, fortunately, with absolute quality and absolute price, waits for them to let their guard down before introducing a great business opportunity of selling quality products at low prices. First of all, I tell people to focus on introducing the chairman. The responses are usually like this: "He is truly amazing. Are his words true? Then check it out for yourself." Just say it. ATOMY's business is not about selling products or looking for people. It's simply about knowing about ATOMY. That's why I tell them to use 90% of their energy on learning about ATOMY and use 10% to go around and meet people.
So, Crown Master Sung-shim Kim, should we make the consumers participate in seminars or wait for them?
Well, I think both. Some may be in a difficult situation and can't afford to participate in seminars. In that case, we should wait, and it would be best to accompany them when they are ready. It is not easy to turn a consumer into a businessman. If you really want to turn a consumer into a businessman, wait for the opportunity. In my case, there was a partner who just didn't have the time to go to a seminar. But then one day, he sprained his ankle and could not even walk. Now is the chance. So I took him in my car and went straight to the seminar so he could listen to the chairman's lecture. And what does he do after listening to the chairman's lecture? He starts thinking about the business and also what I told him. That's why he became a royal master and is now on his way to becoming a crown master. Seizing the opportunity and doing everything you can to make the person participate in the seminar is the most important thing.
A sponsor who doesn't participate in the system, can we trust and follow him? This is the question.
As for me, I ask myself this: who would I be able to call a sponsor? The person who invites you is not a sponsor. The person who selected me quit the business. So this business is... whose business is it? It's mine. I should pick my sponsors, even if my partner doesn't do it, even if my sponsor doesn't do it, for me to go higher because I want to become more successful. The person who joined the system is the sponsor, and not the person who invited me is the sponsor, right? Then, even if the person doesn't join the system, we shouldn't exclude the person. We should simply emulate the good parts. If the person is good at selling products, then learn the ability of selling products well and emulate that person. Another person may not be good at selling products, but participates well in the system. Then you should participate together and share ideas with that person. Everyone has 99% weaknesses, but they all have at least one strong point. So emulate others' strengths in the process of becoming a sponsor.
At ATOMY, the chairman says even if there is a sponsor who doesn't follow the system, if you think of the company as the sponsor and follow, you'll succeed. That is the key characteristic of ATOMY, so an individual's will is very important. If you look above, there will be a sponsor who follows the system. Ask that sponsor for help, and that sponsor will warmly welcome you and hold your hand. So it may be a bit uncomfortable, but I believe there won't be much difficulty in doing ATOMY business. So find a sponsor within the system who is above that person.
So find a sponsor within the system who
That's
is
right.
above that person. The answer is in following the company system. This time, we will receive the question directly from the questioner and answer the question as well. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Can you briefly introduce yourself?
I am doing ATOMY business with great joy in Jinyoung Kim-hae. My name is Diamond Master Yoon Suk-byun.
So, what do you want to know about?
You said that ATOMY business, doesn't require capital, but any business would require initial funding. So I'd like to know how the successful leaders took care of these initial funding issues.
When I did a karaoke business, I also always thought about this issue. Whatever business you do, you have business expenses because of the cost of oil, food, and also, as I was the head of the household, I needed to earn enough to cover our daily expenses.
Yes, daily expenses.
So how can I cover these costs until I become an auto sales master? So I thought about it hard. We decided to reduce our living expenses to 1 million won per month, and the whole family said, let's tighten our belts. Where can you reduce the expenses the most? Not buying new clothes, not buying too much food, and canceling minor forms of insurance. Canceling insurance. We started to reduce our costs, and for 1 year only spent 1 million won per month on our monthly wage of 2 million won per month. I will make it happen, and that's how I began. Afterward, I joined the system and started the business. Now, as I had planned, I've become a crown master. Since I had the big picture in my mind, I knew about the opportunity costs, and I set my goals accordingly.
What about partners who really don't have any money?
If you don't have enough money, do what you're capable of. If you can't cover your expenses, just go to areas near your place. Also, if you don't have the money, try to contact people who have the money. ATOMY is not a system where you can't succeed because you can't cover your expenses. You can do it.
If a partner without money comes into the system, there will be necessary support.
Of course. If you really want to do it, I will put down another spoon while I'm eating. You don't have enough products? I'll give you one. You don't have clean clothes? Well, I'll buy you some. That's how I did it. If a person without money joins the system and strives to survive, I'm sure I'll achieve it with a person, not alone.
Oh, Royal Master Young-Gyun Lee, how would you answer this question?
Actually, I am the person who succeeded without capital. Well, I lost all credit, all personal connections, and all the money I had. Lost everything. My family even gave up on me. But I was able to succeed even in that situation. If I had a little more money, then my success would have been bigger and faster. I went to the center and they gave me food. I always had 10,000 won in my pocket and would walk around doing business. If travel expenses were high because of having to travel long distance, I would sleep in a sauna. Then I would go to the center in the morning to get breakfast. I would have a row of kimbap, but that did not make me sad. That's because I knew what my future would be like. That is why you should have a vision in order to make that investment. That is why businessmen doing ATOMY should study together to set their destinations.
Even without capital, you can succeed. And if you have an initial funding, then it'll be easier to do business. This is the ATOMY system, right?
Questioner, did that answer your question?
Yes, I will try to reduce my expenses as much as possible and become a leader that marches toward a vision. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We will cheer you on to your success. My partner hit a slump, so I wish to fill him with courage and confidence. What should I say or do for him? This is the question.
In my case, my partner, who is now a Star Master, had a similar problem. He had been working for quite a while and couldn't become an auto sales master, so he consulted me and asked me, should I do this business as a part-time job? If I failed to persuade him at the time, he wouldn't have been able to earn more than 10 million Korean won as he does now. If you give up because it's tough now and switch to part-time, after 5 years, you will continue to do the same job. It's tough, but if you endure a bit more, you can become an auto sales master. You can endure, can't you? This is what I said to him. He still talks about it. If Royal Master Sungshim Kim didn't persuade me back then I wouldn't have made it this far. Anyone can hit a slump. I was like that too. Even for me, since people all think differently, there were many conflicts, and I kept thinking, what should I do? So I hit a slump too. If it weren't for the sponsor, I would have lost the battle with myself. But if there is someone helping you get up, if someone holds your hand, then you can be lifted up. That is why when your partner hits a slump, the sponsor must be there for him.
Yes, so the leader should be there for them. Royal Master Young-Gyun Lee, how would you answer this question?
Slump. Yes, there are people who hit a slump like that doing this business. At first it seems easy, and then you hit a wall. In the relationship between a sponsor and a partner, there is a lack of communication, and that is why you can't see the vision. That is why if someone hits a slump, that person needs consultation. That is why you have consultation in the 8 steps to success. As mentioned before, if you don't have a mentor or a sponsor you can consult with, then you won't be able to overcome it. When you meet a sponsor, I had a worse slump than you did, but then I was able to overcome it, and here I am now. They can give you hope through these words, and also help accurately diagnose the real cause. And despite it, if you explain to them why they should do this, they will muster up the strength to do it again. Smooth communication between the sponsor and partner is of the utmost importance.
My sponsor gave me an opinion, but I'm not sure about it. I want to invite more people, but the sponsor says those with a bad attitude ruin the whole atmosphere, so it's better not to invite. Do you think I should do what the sponsor says? I would like to know. So, that is the question. So, ATOMY is where various people gather and do business together.
Yeah.
So, if a person starts listening to lectures at ATOMY, that person will gradually change and become atomized. That is why if the person who was invited is not the right person, then the next person could be the right person. Even the person who invited me contacted another person like me who had the potential to become a crown master. That is why it is important to invite many different people. Trust that the next person is the right person, and if you do so consistently, that person will also change, and there will be many more afterwards who have great potential and abilities.
You have to learn as fast as possible that not everyone thinks like you. In the past, I used to think, how can a person have such negative attitudes? How can a person only do the things that I hate? But what I learned from a book is that person is born that way. That's what the book said. That is why I am grateful that my attitude is not bad. And then you start to think, why is this person born with such a negative attitude? How can I help him? This is what you will start to wonder. Some say that ATOMY is a training ground for love. When the love is completed, it also completes the financial parts. I totally agree with this saying. That is why you should love all, those that you have a difficult time with, those with negative attitudes. Loving them all is the secret to success at ATOMY. How long can I tolerate them? It would be nice to test how long you can embrace and tolerate these people.
Yes. When I started ATOMY, with the help of my sponsor, I had about 50 people join, left and right. At first, members purchased products and showed passion, but now they don't make orders and don't even answer my calls. What should I do? This is the question.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's right.
So that means you made 50 people join, but now the members don't make any orders and don't even call you. Why would this be so?
That's amazing.
If you really know ATOMY's products, you can't resist using them. Finding these people, and rather than explaining about the ingredients, let them know about the company called ATOMY. ATOMY that you can trust and use. For businessmen, it's about becoming an ATOMY that you can trust and do. So it is important to continuously manage them. Making more people join doesn't mean you are already successful, but since you have a foundation of 50 people, there is a higher possibility of finding people who could share the same vision for the business. So you need to go through the list to find out why they stopped using the products. Also, why have they lost interest in the business? If you start asking these questions, you'll get good results.
That happened to me a lot, too. At the beginning, your friends and relatives register as members and buy the products. So that's why you can have 50 people signing up as members. But if you had 50 people, then there should have been at least one person who starts an ATOMY business, or at least becomes a consumer. For example, when a person joined, maybe there wasn't thorough follow-up care. Think about this issue. And maybe you weren't passionate about the product. If you delivered the products with excitement and made these people make additional purchases by themselves, then what I believe is that there should have been repurchases. So from now on, make phone calls diligently. Send them information about the products and get them interested in the products. This is what you should do. I believe that legwork always pays off. So do as much legwork as you can.
That's right.
I like helping people, so I sponsor products. And for those who have difficulty using smartphones, I help them out myself. But the problem is that at some point, they take this for granted. What should I do? This is the question.
There are many people who are like that. But if they are young, they can always do it by themselves once they have learned it. But if they are older than you, like in their 70s, you will have to hang in there until you have a partner, because they might have a son, right? So it is like creating a connection in a search for your partner. Afterward, the partner can do this job, because if the sponsor asks the partner to order some products in the product field, they will gladly do it. Right? Because they can get allowances for doing so. So hang in there until you find a young person who can do the job well. If you don't give up and keep on sponsoring, something much better will come your way. What about you, Young-Gyun Lee?
That's right. I think this person has every sort of qualification necessary to be successful in ATOMY. He should be grateful. If the person asking for help is an old person, then a young person will be coming soon. So the person won't have to work for a long time. We should never give up on anyone. Then you could find a person connected to the person you are helping. This person might not even need your help in doing these jobs. We have seen many cases like this before, right? That's why we should wait patiently. You can continue until the next partner fills in your role. Also, there's a chance to gain a tremendous trust from that person. One day he will not take it for granted and say, "Thank you very much for your help." This day will come. So if you just continue and wait until they say it, you'll certainly get good results.
Crown Master Sungshim Kim and Royal Master Young-Gyun Lee answered many questions today during the Q&A session. Are there any last words that you would like to say? If you hold on to the vision and continue to take on challenges, I am certain that all of you will be successful. Be successful!
At ATOMY, we have many different people, and that's why there may be many problems. If there is a problem, you should solve it with your sponsor and the company. Just look forward to your success and keep on marching forward.
Curiosity, knowledge, Zoom! How was the session? Did you get answers to your questions? In the next video, we will again prepare cool answers to your burning questions. So stay tuned and see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!
Goodbye!